YouTube? My name's Crush, and today I'm presenting to you another off-season rebuild, predicting this series, basically what it's going to do. What we're going to be doing is basically predicting each team's off-season. We already did the Detroit Pistons, and now we're doing the Los Angeles Clippers, who are going to barely miss out on the playoffs. So I did the Pistons first because they barely missed out on the Eastern Conference. Now the Clippers are barely missing out on the Western Conference. The next team we're going to be doing is either going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves or the Denver Nuggets. Not sure. Whichever team does not clinch a playoff spot is the next team we're going to be doing. So just look out for that video, basically. But other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for clicking on, and I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the offseason. When it comes to the Los Angeles Clippers offseason, no one really knows what's about to happen with the Clippers. So basically, I'm going to be giving my most educated prediction of what the Clippers could do in this coming offseason. So I have a good feeling Tobias Harris is going to be safe. I think this is going to be kind of his team coming up next season. I don't think Avery Bradley will be resigned, just based off my knowledge. I don't think he'll be. If Doc Rivers is back, I'm pretty sure Austin Rivers will be resigned. But if Doc Rivers isn't back, there's a possibility I can see Austin Rivers moving on. I'm not sure. Gallinari, they're not going to be able to trade that contract, so he's probably going to be stuck on the team as well. And then, yeah, you just have the rest of these guys that we're going to have to figure out what to do with. And then when it comes to DeAndre Jordan, will the Clippers re-sign him or not? I tend to think they won't, or he will want to move on. I could be wrong though, so we're just gonna go ahead. Like I said, I'm gonna give my best educated prediction. If you have not seen this series before, this is a realistic rebuild, basically my prediction of what I think this team will do this offseason. That's basically what this series is all about. So we're gonna have probably the 12th and the 13th pick. That's not bad. So we're gonna have the Clippers are gonna have two nice rookies, which is awesome. And now here's my decision. Should I fire Doc Rivers? Do I think Doc Rivers will be fired this offseason? A part of me thinks no, but then a certain part of me thinks he might be. I'm not sure. Do the Clippers want to stay competitive, or do they want to start to rebuild? I'm not sure what this team goes. One thing is for sure, I think Lil Williams will be safe through the offseason. I think he'll be traded by next year's NBA trade deadline for sure. Avery Bradley won't be resigned. Like I said, if Doc Rivers comes back, Austin Rivers is probably going to be back. Gallinari, I just don't think they'll be able to trade him unless they attached one of these picks, I guess, or both of them. I'm not sure. It's gonna be really tough to predict this episode. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the Clippers fire Doc Rivers. I don't know, man. It's hard, but I'm gonna fire him. I'm gonna say the Clippers might fire him this offseason. I could see it potentially happening. And then, you know, this part doesn't really matter. We're just gonna go sign a head coach. It really doesn't matter who we get. This is about to be a real rebuild process. So I'm thinking that the Clippers might open the book on starting the rebuild process this offseason. So we get John Smith. Who knows who that is? I do not. NBA draft. And then this is where it'll get interesting. The Clippers have 2 picks. I think they'll make their selections with those 2 picks, of course. They'll have 2 lottery picks. And then they'll have a lot of money in cap space, because I don't believe DeAndre Jordan will be re-signed. And I have a feeling that Austin Rivers won't be re-signed either, especially if Doc Rivers gets fired. So let me go ahead, get in the NBA draft, and make my selections. I don't know what I'm going to get, but let's see what we can get for the 12th and the 13th pick for this Los Angeles Clippers team. Let's see what we can get. So they're going to have 2 first-rounders guaranteed because of the choice pick being in the lottery. So that is good for the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't think they're going to trade the pick. I think that they're going to make it. So let's go and see what's left for us. So we got Emmanuel Okot and Mohamed Bamba. And I think Mohamed Bamba would actually be a very nice replacement since DeAndre Jordan might be walking. So I think we're going to take Mohamed Bamba with this pick, and then maybe Miles Bridges with the next pick. Should we do that? So Mohamed Bamba, let's do this. Mohamed Bamba, welcome to the team. And then for the very next pick, well, I guess we don't need a sim next user pick. It's the next pick. So Mohamed Bamba could be potentially the starting center next year. I could see something like that. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's kind of hard to predict when rookies or computers are making the draft picks for the previous teams, so you just don't really know. I'm just going off what's left for me. So choose prospect. Let's see so we have Miles Bridges left, and we have Emmanuel Okot. I tend to think that, or Trayvon Duval down there as well. Isaac Bonga, Grayson Allen. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Miles Bridges here. And is it Mikal or Miles that's better? I think it's Mikal Bridges. I have no idea, man. I don't watch college, so my knowledge for college is just not very, it's not there all the way. I wish I knew more. I just don't really pay attention to it much. I do know that Villanova won the championship this year. I do know that for sure. So there we go. Next, let's see what we got. Let's see what those overalls were. So yeah, not bad. Mohamed Bamba 75 and Miles Bridges 74. Probably going to start for us. Let's see if I messed out on anyone. No, I think I took the best available. So rookie signing, we're going to sign both these guys, of course. And then this is where it gets interesting. DeAndre Jordan declines his option. Okay, so obviously he's not coming back. Patrick Beverley, do we accept it or do we let him walk? It's definitely something that the Clippers need to think about. I think it's a team option, so they can't. It's a team option, so what would the Clippers rather do? I don't know. I'll accept it for now, I guess. I don't know, man. It's really tough. I really don't know where this Clippers team is headed, because as soon as they traded Blake Griffin, I thought for sure DeAndre Jordan might be traded as well, and then they ended up giving Lou Williams a contract extension, so I didn't really know what that meant. But I do know we're going to renounce. Actually, I think Tyron Wallace, isn't he been pretty good for them this year? I don't know. I don't know much about this dude, so probably not going to resign him. But Montrezl Harrell will probably be resigned. Avery Bradley, probably not. And DeAndre Jordan, I have a feeling he won't be back for the Clippers. I think he'll go sign elsewhere. And then as far as cap space goes, not a ton of it going around. I mean, Austin Rivers, we still have him under contract. He did accept his team option, so not much I can do about that. It's not like I'm complaining too much. Beverly at the point guard, Milos Teodosic, Lou Williams, Austin Rivers, Sendoria Stenwell, Gallinari, Miles Bridges, Sam Decker, Tobias Harris, and Mohamed Bamba and Boban Marjanovic. So basically, when you look at this team, it's definitely confusing. You just don't know what this. I guess Austin Rivers and Beverly would start in the backcourt if we did keep Austin Rivers around. So I mean, maybe let's say this. Let's say that since Doc Rivers is fired, Austin Rivers is unhappy and wants a trade. His dad is gone, doesn't want to be on the Clippers anymore. So let's trade him away and let's see what we can get for Austin Rivers if there's anything good out there. I kind of want a point guard, maybe a decent starting point guard or a young point guard. I'm not sure. What can we get? Let's see what we got out here. Zach Randolph, Ron Baker, Josh Hart, Augustine, Karis LeVert, TJ Leaf, E'Twaun Moore, John Lewis, CJ Miles, Patrick Mills, Andre Roberson, Alfred Camino, and Sean Livingston. Let's go ahead. I'm going to see if I can make up a trade to trade Austin Rivers away. This is simply a salary dump, trading Austin Rivers to the Atlanta Hawks. I'm pretty sure they'll accept this, and just like that. You know, I'm not sure what they would trade Austin Rivers for, but let's just say they do trade Austin Rivers, and it makes sense. And just like that, Austin Rivers is gone. And now let's see what we got. So got Milos Teodosic at the backup point guard. Definitely don't want him to start. Lou Williams and Patrick Beverley. Beverley is going to start, and Lou Williams is going to be the sixth man, of course. Miles Bridges is going to start. Gallinari will come off the bench. Tobias Harris will start, and then Mohamed Bamba and Boban Marjanovic will fight for that starting center. I'm going to probably let Mohamed Bamba start, though, for sure. And now what we need, what this team really, really needs, we could get Montrezl Harrell back as well. What this team really, really needs is a point guard. What does this team want to go out and grab? Now, I could see this team going one of two ways. Maybe they stay competitive and they go after Isaiah Thomas. They re-sign DeAndre Jordan. They get Isaiah Thomas. I'm not sure if they can make that work, but I'm going to say maybe they go for a guy like Elfrid Payton, maybe a Shabazz Napier, or maybe they fall in love with Trey Burke's progression and they sign him as well. But just for the video, I guess I'm going to go ahead and throw Elfrid Payton a contract, and hopefully he signs here. So I'm going to throw Elfrid Payton a contract. No, he's not the best player ever, but just for the video, I'm going to give him a 2-year, $12 million contract to come be our starting point guard for this season. And just like that, he is on the team. So Elfrid Payton, welcome to the Los Angeles Clippers. Doesn't make a ton of sense. No, not really, but what? Oh, let me renounce these guys to see if it still wouldn't work. Okay. Wow, that sucks. I guess Montrezl Harrell will be walking. Bye-bye, Montrezl Harrell, I guess. Power forwards. Let's see what we got. Power forwards. What can we get out here? So, I need a young power forward. Davis Bertans. We'll go ahead and throw you an offer. And just like that, we have Elfrid Payton and Davis Bertans. So now, basically, free agency has been answered, guys. So what I'm going to be doing is letting this team play until the NBA trade deadline. And that's where the NBA trade deadline is going to get really interesting, because I'm going to trade Lou Williams at the trade deadline for sure, because I think that is my my prediction is that Lou Williams will be traded by the NBA trade deadline. I think that's why he was given the contract he was, so he could be traded, so they could get some value for him. I know he thought that he was wanted, that's why he got signed, but I just don't think so, buddy. I think you definitely got signed so they could just trade you. So I'm sorry for that, Lou Williams. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys player progression. Let's see how this team is looking as far as player progression. And like I said, this team is going to be very dysfunctional this offseason. It's very tough to predict what the Clippers are going to do. Like I said, they could go one of two ways. They could keep Austin Rivers, Doc Rivers, and try to stay competitive, or they could just fire Doc Rivers, trade Austin Rivers, and, you know, blow it all up and rebuild. And they could also re-sign DeAndre Jordan if they wanted to. It's really tough to tell what this team is going to do. I couldn't do it, man. I can't do it. It's just, I don't know. I just don't know. Who knows what this team's going to do? And obviously this doesn't matter because we're not going to do another season. So I'm not going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and not do that. Training camps, let's see what we got as far as training camps. We got one untapped potential. I'm going to throw it at Miles Bridges because he is going to be our starting small forward this year. Hopefully anyway. Let's see what 2K wants to do. So they got Elfrid Payton, Lou Williams, Gallinari, Tobias Harris, Boban Marjanovic, Beverly, Burtons. And yeah, so that's not going to work out for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a 9-man rotation. Lou Williams is going to hit the bench, play 33 minutes still, and Beverly is going to start with Elfrid Payton. For defense, Gallinari is definitely going to hit the bench. You're not going to play much minutes at all this year, my dude. 17, 16. We're going to go all minutes at Miles Bridges. Give him some minutes. Let him progress. And Boban as well. You're going to play 16, actually. And then we'll give Gallinari 21. Or, no. 21 minutes. And then Mohamed Bamba is going to be the starting center, playing 27 minutes per game. So that is going to be the rotation until the trade deadline, where we are going to make some major moves. Hopefully, leading into something that can help this team for the future. So simulate to the, I don't know what the NBA trade deadline is. It will stop me. Trades are still on, of course, right? Yes, they are. So it'll stop me at this trade deadline where we're going to be trading Lou Williams and maybe someone else. We are at the NBA trade deadline, and we are the 6th seed in the Western Conference right now. So very interesting. I kind of want to see what is happening with this team, what is going on, who's doing good, who's doing what. So let's see what the stats are looking like. Lou Williams is leading the way with 15 points per game. So no one is really leading the way, to be honest. As you can tell, no one's really stepping up and leading the way. That's going to change, though. I did not mean to just hit my mic. Whoops. I hope you guys didn't hear that. So I just hit the crap out of my mic. That's going to change, though, because today Lou Williams is definitely going to be out of here. And I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to trade Patrick Beverly with him. He's on a 1-year deal, as much as a lot of these guys are, actually. But I'm fine with letting, or the Clippers should be fine with letting Boban, Milos, and let's see who else. The rest of these guys, they should be fine with letting them just walk, you know. So I don't think that it's really bothering that they'll walk. I mean, Wesley Johnson is definitely going to be a salary dump for them as well when he does walk. But Lou Williams and Patrick Beverly are going to be traded right here. And I don't know what I want for him. We'll resign Beverly. Like, see, that's just too much money. No one wants to give Beverly that much money when they're trying to rebuild. It's not going to work. So Lou Williams, Patrick Beverly are going to head out of here. Let's see what we can get for these two alone. I don't know what we should get for them, but we should definitely get something good. So I want something long-term. Chris Dunn, Bobby Portis, that doesn't make a lot of sense for the Bulls. Rodney Hood, Larry Nance Jr. I could see something like this happening. I could see this because the Cavaliers are, you know, probably trying to win now. They get Lou Williams and Patrick Beverly, and the Clippers get Larry Nance Jr. and Rodney Hood. Two young, nice. I could see something like Dennis Schroeder, John Collins. That's another nice trade. Bam Adebayo and Goran Dragic, Dwight Howard, Buddy Hield, Zach Randolph, Tim Hardaway, Vucevic, Will Barton, Darren Collison, Drew Holiday, Eric Gordon, Pau Gasol, and Otto Porter. Yes, there were definitely some intriguing trades, but I think I'm going to make my own trade, and let's see if we can make something interesting happen. Alright guys, so we're at the NBA trade deadline, and I'm just trying to make up a realistic trade real quick, and I think something like this could be interesting. I could see the, Clippers grabbing giving Dragan Bender like a fresh start at another team, and we get their first round pick, and just to make salaries match up, we get Marcin Gortat for 1 year. So let's see if we can make this work. I think we should be asking for more if you ask me, but maybe Dragan Bender, stands out and he starts to play good. Let's just see if we can make this work. Let's see if this will work out. I don't know. Let's see if they accept this. this honestly leaves us with too many players at shooting guard for this deal to work for us. So how about I move Beverly back to point guard for you? That way you don't have too many, and then we'll bring this back up. So we get the 2019 Suns pick. We get, what is he at? Dragon Bender. We get Marcin Gortat, and then you get Lou Will and Patrick Beverly. Let's see if they'll take this now. We're not interested in this trade. Got anything else? And I'll give you a couple of second rounders. Let's see if they'll take it now. We're still not interested. How about one more second rounder? And they agree. So just like that, a very major shakeup for this Los Angeles Clippers team. Is this going to happen? Probably not. It's just something that, you know, I think that my prediction for this is I think Lou Williams will be traded. That's my major prediction around that. Gortat is probably just not going to get minutes. And then one more trade I want to make, actually. Where is Gortat? He does have 1 year left on his contract. Or he has like he's going to make $1 million, or yeah, $1 million after the season. So they could waive him or do whatever they want with him. But then let's go ahead and make a trade away Boban Marjanovic. That way he'll get minutes elsewhere. Let's see what we get. Get PJ Tucker, Paul Zipser for Boban. Yeah, that's fine. That I could see something like that happening. Okay, then when you look at this team is definitely in the zone to tank. Tobias Harris, small forward. And now this team is just looking a little bit worse, but more set up for the future. That's what this team, that was the point of this video. So basically get this team more set up for the future. So let's do this. Mohamed Bamba is going to start, of course, and then let's do 29 minutes. Miles Bridges, you're actually going to start at the shooting guard, and Sindarius Thornwell is going to step out of the, actually, how old is Sindarius Thornwell? He's 24. Actually, let's give him some minutes as well. Sindarius Thornwell, let's put you back in the rotation. You were at shooting guard. Maybe we should actually keep it like that. I was going to start Miles Bridges, but Sindarius Thornwell can get the start, I guess. Elfrid Payton, Sindarius Thornwell, Tobias Harris, Davis Burtons actually want to start Dragon Bender and I want to give Dragon Bender a chance. Let's see if he can come over here in the Los Angeles Clippers and make an impact. I doubt it, but, you know, might as well give him a chance. And basically that is going to how the rotation is going to look. We just made the team a lot worse, and that was the point of the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and simulate to the end of the season, and let's see how this team does, and let's see how much they tank. All right, guys, so here we are at the end of the season, and honestly, I forgot to show you guys something. There was actually like 2 interesting things I saw when I was searching around the rosters just to see. Hassan Whiteside signed with the 76ers. Joel Embiid, Hassan Whiteside. Can you imagine that duo down low? Like, literally, there would be no way anyone's gonna get a rebound. Like, no one on the other team is getting a rebound if you have these two down there. That is absolutely insane. Crazy. And then this Thunder team, look at this Thunder team. They literally have Westbrook, Paul George, Chris Bosh, Carmelo, and D Wade. They literally have 2 of the banana boat players. All they need is Chris Paul and LeBron James. That is absolutely crazy. So this team is actually really good as well. That's all I noticed. I just thought that was crazy. And then Greg Monroe is on the Portland Trailblazers. That's cool. And Kyle Kuzma is on the Wizards. I didn't see that coming. So a lot of shakeups. Definitely a lot of shakeups on this roster here. But somehow, some way, we made the playoffs. 48-34. Definitely not what I wanted to do, but what can you do, you know? So we got 16 points for Tobias Harris, Elfrid Payton with 12, Miles Bridges with 10, Gallinari with 10, Sindarius Thornwell with 10, Mohamed Bamba with 9, and Dragon Bender with 8. So maybe Dragon Bender get more of an opportunity next season, and he'll start to play good. I don't know. You know, you never know. Maybe a player with a change of scenery could start to do good. I could see, like, you guys might diss on trading for Dragon Bender now, but who knows? He might be good, you know? So he might be good with a change of scenery. But we're up 1-0 on the Spurs, up 2-0. If we actually sweep the Spurs, I'm actually done with 2K. And I know that sounds dumb because I might win a series for once, but come on now. Really? I just beat the Spurs. The Spurs. They literally, JJ Redick, LaMarcus Aldridge, Kawhi Leonard, Towers. Like, why? How did we beat this team? How? I just don't get it. I don't know what's going on. Let's see what the playoff stats are looking. Tobias Harris is leading the way. Elfrid Payton's helping out. Sindarius Thornwell is doing good. Bender stepping up, getting 10 points per game. So I don't know how that just happened, but whatever. And now we're facing the Phoenix Suns. So We literally might make the Western Conference in this video, and that's just kind of crazy to think about. We're up 2-1 on the Suns. They even it up. We're down 3-2, and we lose in 6. You know what? That's okay. I'm actually kind of glad because there's no reason this team had any business even in the second round. So kind of insane. We almost made it to the Western Conference Finals. We definitely would have gotten swept by the Warriors, but whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was probably a really tough prediction video. That was really tough. Like I said, it's just based off some. Wait a minute. The Suns actually just won. They beat the Warriors in 7. I did make their team a little bit better though, so I can say that I made their team a lot better when I traded them Beverly and Lou Will. So I could see it. I could see it if they definitely, and they got DeAndre Jordan. So yeah, I can see why they won. But thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course hit that subscribe button. But this is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.